afternoon, everyone. So have you ever had to create a document like an AOR, a will, or in this case, a contract? So first off, this is a tedious and error-prone process. Imagine having to wrangle with pages of documentation just to create this document. So common problems that we hear from users are that creating document is repetitive, tedious, and it's hard to ensure the accuracy and consistency of each document. Furthermore, these documents and therefore their problems are common across every legal and procurement team across the government. So this is a solution that CPF Automation Lab came up with. The document owner first converts the document into a special template. They then link it with a questionnaire that can be built using the in-house Python form builder. And once they have saved the form, it outputs a Python file that the end users can fill in to generate a docx file on their computer. So in the few months that this solution has been running, they've already onboarded 5 teams and have shortened the time taken to generate documents by 90%. This special template takes more time to create, but it's worked done once for all future users of this template. And CPF already has 20 plus agencies lined up wanting to use this system.
The problem with onboarding all these users is that for each new team that wants to use the solution, that team has to install Python and all its associated dependencies. This becomes a major hurdle for any new agency that's keen to even try this out, let alone for scaling to citizen use cases. So we aim to just solve this distribution problem by creating a product that's web-based, easy to use and reliable, while retaining all the benefits of the CPF solution, saving time and reducing the cognitive load on users. So I want to quickly walk you through the product flow. The upfront work required for agencies is fairly simple. First, agencies will have to create a template and upload it, and then they just have to link it to a Form S3 form. This form can be shared directly with users. On the part of the users, this process then becomes ridiculously simple. Fill out the form and receive the document instantly. Let me demonstrate what this looks like. So here is a will. Traditionally, the process of generating a will is complicated and full of legal judgment. I would have to read through the entire document, decide exactly what I have to fill in. So my name here, my address again, and then maybe my beneficiary's name and my beneficiary's address. Then I would have to decide what clauses are relevant to me. Do I have property to leave for my beneficiary? Do I have bank accounts? Do I have cars or jewelry, so on and so forth. Finally, I actually have to ensure that all the details I provided, for example, my name here, is identical to the name that I provide here. This process becomes so intimidating that most people end up engaging a lawyer. We've really simplified this process greatly by hooking up to a form here. So I've started pre-filling my form with my name, Alexis Go, my address, 123 Katong Avenue, the person that I'm going to give everything to, Kevin Tan, and who lives at 321 Bishan Road. So I actually don't really own anything. I don't have property, I don't have a bank account. I have a car that I'm going to leave for Kevin, say a Tesla Model S. I have my license plate SFFA111X. I don't own any jewelry and I don't have any other items to be quoted. So actually, Kevin just gets my car and my cash. My witness will be Jie Hao, and my email is alexis@open.gov.sg, which is where I'll receive the filled out document. So I submit this. I just fill out this verification, and then technically in my email it should then directly send, and I should receive this completed document in my email. So give it a couple of seconds. It's here. Okay.
So just to recap, we started off with an empty template. You can see it by the fields here, name, beneficiary. So this is a starting point. And then when you fill out the Form S3 form, when you're done, we send an email right to your email. And this is the final product. So you see that the form fields are filled in. There were a whole bunch of clauses. They were all removed because the only thing Alexis had is a car. So this will be the final product. And all you have to do is fill in a form, and this form gets filled. Legal and procurement teams from over 20 agencies have expressed interest. Our immediate goal is to make ChopChop available to them over the intranet. And then we're going to continue improving product usability as well as explore new government to citizen and government to business use cases for other ministries. In addition to standard legal or procurement use cases like AORs or NDAs, some examples that we've thought of include HDB tenancy agreements or statutory declarations. So for more concrete example, I think her screen's a bit laggy.
Okay, just finish the content.
Right. So yeah, so here we have 3 statutory declarations relating to adoption, which can actually be reduced to a single form using chop.doc. And once template owners get used to this tool, we are sure that they'll discover many other innovative use cases. And next, we also want to expand our feature set. Currently, we allow users to templatize documents with empty text fields. We hope to allow users to submit templates which include empty tables, QR codes, or even empty image fields, like if you are submitting a passport photo as part of your form to ICA. And finally, we'll also be talking to the Form SG team about integrating chop.doc as a native feature of forms, which will allow us to leverage new features which are useful for filling out documents, like the recently announced Sign with SingPass feature. And we don't have the slides, but this is our team, and it's Kevin, Alexis, and me. And we'd like to especially thank Bingwen and Changqing from the CPF team, who came up with the original document generator solution and then worked closely with us to flesh out the prototype.